Welcome to another episode of Transport Fever. I'm Tech Hench, and today's episode we're going to actually build a forest. So the forest is actually going to have an industry to create wood in it, or probably two, as you can see on the screen. I'm also then going to create a factory to create planks. We need that for creating planks to go down to the tool factory that we created in one of the previous episodes. I have actually created something like this before, but that doesn't create enough planks at the minute. So this is actually towards the north of the map. I've not really built a great deal up this end of the map so far, so I think I've done a quarry and things like that, but so I thought I'd put it up there anyway. And it's kind of in a bit of a mountainous region of the map. I kind of wanted to put the forest on top of the mountain, or up high. So as you can see, there's already quite a few trees on top of the hills and things like that. So I thought it would be a good spot anyway to put these. I'm going to use a slight different build in here as well. So this is one of the mods that I've downloaded. I thought something like that would probably look better to collect wood and things like that. So it is probably going to take a little bit of a way to, or it's going to probably be a little bit of a long way down to the tool factory that I created. It probably is going to take a little while to go down, and I would imagine I'm going to have to put it onto a train somewhere. Obviously we've got a train line or train track that goes across there, as you can probably just see there. So you're obviously going to have to go by lorry from the wood industry to the plank factory by truck or by lorry or something like that. Then by lorry to probably a train station. I'm not quite sure where I'm going to put the train station just yet. Possibly around here where I'm just building this island. And then onto the train station, then by train all the way down to the tool factory. Should then be, the tool factory should be able to create enough tools for that bottom end of the map then. So as you can see, I did want to tidy up the road as well, and just make it so there is an actual road that goes all the way round. And it kind of does make sense that the road was there. I did try and make this part of the road look a little bit more interesting. Not quite sure I succeeded, to be honest. Kind of just ends up being a bit of a generic road. Couple of islands in just to make it look a little bit better. So one thing I didn't know until someone very kindly posted it in the comments is if you want to delete all of them stones and rocks and things like that quickly, if you actually use the tool to delete trees, you can actually delete the stones and rocks and things like that as well, which is actually extremely useful. Using the bulldozer tool takes forever to go and click on everyone to delete it. So I am going to put a large amount of trees around this, especially around this bit here. I did want the trees to be quite dense, and what you will see me do in a little while is just try and feather the edges of the forest. So as you come to more towards the edge, it's a little bit, there's not quite as many. So as you can see there, just reducing the strength of the brush. Just to make it a little bit more realistic. So what I am also going to do, I'm going to create this as you can see there. I do want to do another little area just next to it that is got trucks and things like that, or a pickup truck. So it looks like someone's gone and cutting down trees. Again, it's just a bit of a diorama, but I think it will look good when it's done, hopefully. But did it want to make this area look as rustic as possible, really. So there probably would be quite a bit of kind of boards and gravel and around that sort of thing. As I've done in most of the other factories and the areas, things that I've created, I've kind of made a bit of a car park for the staff to park. So this time I'm just doing it by not, so on the previous other areas I've done actually used the car parking mod. For this one I'm just going to colour, as you can see, a bit of the area in tarmac. I didn't want to build in at the beginning. And just a few other buildings around just to make it feel a little bit better. Again, this is the one, or the house that, it's not really a house, it's kind of a, I don't know what it is, it's kind of just a building. It looks like a security hut, so I'm using that as the security hut. So I've put that, I think, everywhere so far. It's one of the things I was looking for ages. I think that one probably looks the most security hut-ish. And as with most of my builds, got to have a fence around it. So this is the area I'm just going to break off and put a little bit of an area where it looks like it's... I was going to, as you can see, put another industry here, but I changed my mind. I think 2 up here for now is going to be fine. But what I did want to do is do a little clearing. So like I say, it looks like someone's driven up and the people are doing work, cutting trees down. One thing I wonder if it might be looking for, what I might look for, which I've just thought of, is maybe having some sort of crane or something like that that picks up the trees. Maybe I should put that up here. Don't know if there is one on the store, so I will have to have a look. Maybe also if I can get one of the lorry trailers that carries the wood, maybe I should put one of them up there as well. I think that will probably look quite good. So as I said before, I'm just going to put some cars here so it looks like staff are actually parked around. It does look like an area where you would have plenty of pickup trucks as well. So I am going to put some of them around as well. By doing this sort of thing, it just makes the area look a little bit more alive. I know there's not actually people walking about or anything like that. It does just look like the area is being used. What I am also going to do in a second is just add some of the raw materials around here. So I'm going to add planks and wood. Probably wouldn't have planks here, because they'll be created a bit further down, but it looks quite good. And again, it just makes it look like the area is actually being used. Will be better when we start getting trucks and lorries coming in and picking things up. We'll just make it look like it's actually being used. So there are the planks I've just placed there. A few cargo containers as well. I suppose in the cargo containers you'd keep your wood cutting tools, chainsaws and all that sort of thing. And a few wood planks just to put around. Again, just to make it look a little bit like people are actually cutting trees down. Would be pretty cool in future releases of the game if they actually on the industries had people go out and like cut wood and you could actually see them doing things. And then maybe carrying the wood and the planks over to make it to the delivery areas. So this is going to be the little clearing, like I said earlier. I'm going to put a building here as well, I think. Just clear it again, just make... Let's just put some dirt down. And what I'm doing there is just actually painting the forest floor colour, just to make it blend in a little bit more. And as you can see, make a little bit of a mess of it there, but we'll replace that with dirt again. So the reason I put dirt there is just to make it look like the trees have been cut down and things like that. What I maybe should look for is on the store is tree trunks and things like that. So again, just a few piles of wood, just to make it look like something is going on here. So probably did add a few too many there, but never mind. And I am going to add a building, like I said, just here. Just somewhere, again, for them to store all their different tools and things like that. I suppose you could also store some of your vehicles and various things. So it's good that on that mod there is a variety of different buildings that you can use, all from the different time periods as well. So if you wanted something a little bit more rusty, you can go for maybe one of the older time periods. So now we've moved on to the plank factory. So just one factory to begin with. If I do need to do another, I probably will put it next to it. I think for now anyway, there's only going to be enough supply of wood to feed one factory. So we may need to go and do a few more wood creation industries. But I also wanted this to be a little bit more rustic of an area than kind of the other areas that I've done. I did want to make this so there's an area where planks and things like that were stored. Again, just to make sure it looks a little bit more alive. As you can see there, I did make a little bit of a mess of the painting of all that there. So I will come back and tidy that up in a second. So if you have actually got any suggestions of what I should build next in the big build, please do leave them in the comments below. I'll certainly have a go at building them, and I'm probably not the greatest builder in the world. I know there's certainly a lot of YouTubers out there that are excellent at building. I'm not probably at their standard, but I can certainly have a go. If you are actually interested in some of the mods that I'm using in the big build, I have actually created a Steam list of all the mods that I've used so far. I've not actually downloaded any new mods for a little while, so it is completely up to date. What I'll do is link that down in the description if anyone's actually interested. I do actually also have a video on some of my, or the top 5 mods that I'm using in the big build. Do you know of any other useful mods that I should add in, or anything that will make the big build look better? Please do leave them in the comments below. I will go and check them out. Do you have a list of other mods that I've not actually used yet that I want to try out? There's a couple of airports that I want to use or try. I think that's possibly one thing that I maybe need to look at, is another airport somewhere. I think so far I've got 3 airports on the map. Maybe I need to do a 4th one. So got one up the south of the, down the south of the map, one up the north end of the map, and the one on the, I think it's on the west side. So maybe I need to do on the east side, maybe around the Liverpool area or something like that. What I possibly also want to do is maybe create a couple of more real landmarks on the map. So I've obviously got the Glenfinnan Pass that I've created. Maybe do something similar. So again, if you've got something that you think would be good to build in the big build, a real area that I can have a go at putting in, please do leave them in the comments below. I can't promise that I will make a good job of building it, but I can certainly have a go. So I am actually placing a few random things here, but because you can't actually tell what they are, I thought it just made the area look a little bit better. And again, I think everywhere I've added cargo containers, so I think why not do that here? A few pipes as well, so I don't know why we need them pipes, but they're there for a reason. For some reason, I'm sure building planks you might need pipes for something. So again, I did want to add some cars around just so it looks like there's actually staff working here. And a few extra buildings just to increase the size of the area. So I thought I actually made the area flat around here, but as you'll see in a second, that car's floating off the ground. So I don't know why it did that. Maybe it was when I placed the road or something, it just didn't work correctly. So just placed them a different way around, which seemed to fix the problem. I'm not quite sure how many people you'd have working at a place like this, but just had quite a few cars, and then just to make it, like I say, look like people are actually working there. So it is quite good with these mods that you can actually place most of these buildings and things pretty much anywhere, even in the middle of the industries. So you could probably actually make the industry look pretty much any way you wanted it to. As we come to the end of this build, we're going to jump into a flyover and just have a quick look around what I've built. I do quite like using the camera manager. It is a really cool tool, so I would recommend you checking it out if you've not had a go with it. And that's this week's episode, so thanks everyone for watching. Don't forget to give the video a like if you've enjoyed it, and why not hit that subscribe button and the notification bell if you want more Transport Fever. If you want something else to watch, why not go and check out the tool factory that I built in the previous episode. Be able to see where all these planks are going to be delivered to, and I'll see you next time.